1st, we just made it to Anchorage, Alaska.
We're here for King of the Hill, but we're going to show you what you can do in Anchorage and the surrounding areas in just 1 week.
Hi everybody, welcome to the 9th annual King of the Hill.
This is Hilltop Ski Resort. In the summertime, when the Alaskan days are long, this place invites disc golfers from near and far to challenge the slopes and see who comes out on top.
This tournament, the King of the Hill, is the entire reason we went to Alaska in the first place. But we wanted to see if it was even worth it to go all that way and spend all that money. How much could we do in 1 week in Alaska?
So we made a list of the top 5 things that we absolutely wanted to accomplish while we were there. We weren't really sure if all of them were feasible, but you never know if you don't try. Here were our top 5 things that we absolutely wanted to accomplish while in Alaska.
Road trip, road trip. Your turn. Road trip.
That sounded so bad. To knock the first thing off our list, we didn't have to go too far. We got up early for sunrise and started heading south towards Whittier and stopped to catch some views.
Welcome to Beluga Point, home of the beluga whales. We saw a bunch of videos of beluga whales just right off of here, and it's right along the scenic bypass heading out of Anchorage. We didn't quite accomplish that part.
But that's okay. It was beautiful watching the sun come up over the mountain and really accessible. This is 15 miles outside Anchorage, guys. Really crazy. So it's something that's really easy to do just in the morning. A reason to get up, see sunrise. You don't even you can crawl here almost.
And then if you keep going further, like we're about to go do, there's Portage Glacier just shy of Whittier. And just before that, there's a town called Girdwood that we're gonna hit up and have some lunch there. There's like beautiful little town that has some lakes and mountains and stuff. Check out some water, some mountains, some glaciers, all kinds of stuff within like an hour of a drive from Anchorage.
Let's go, let's hit the road.
After a long lunch, we got back in the car and started back up on our way towards Portage Glacier. But we stopped for gas first, and we ran into a disc golfer inside the gas station, which I thought was super crazy. He recognized us and was like, "Where are y'all going?" So we told him our plans, and he said that with the wildfire going on, we wouldn't have any good views, especially if we continued that direction. So he told us he worked at a nearby resort that had a tram that went up 2,300 feet onto the top of this mountain. And so we followed him there, and he took us all the way up and showed us the sights and just kind of educated us on what goes on the top of this mountain.
So this is Alyeska Tram.
It depends if you let me get a good shot of it. I'll let you hit me if I can do it in slow motion. All right, wait.
It's melting pretty quickly in my hand.
Okay, go.
So So even though we didn't get to go to the glacier like we initially planned to do, we were super excited about how this day went. We did so many things, and we got to check out Girdwood, which
it was so cute. And
I loved it.
What was the place called? Girdwood Picnic Club?
Yep.
That restaurant was so good. Definitely, we almost went back there the next day, actually, for breakfast again.
It really is not that far outside Anchorage, and it's just such a small community with lots of good restaurants and just beautiful views, and the tram ride was awesome. We really enjoyed this day, and we even made it back to the tournament headquarters in time for the evening festivities. So we had a jam-packed day. I couldn't have been happier with how this day went.
What are we doing today?
We just met up with some of our Alaskan friends, and we are going to the Russian River to go catch some salmon, hopefully. I meant to tell you, when I was making coffee this morning, the guy that we're staying with has like this salmon rub. I held it up and I was like, we're gonna use you later.
How about the first person to catch a fish doesn't have to carry the fish back? They're big, heavy fish.
Oh, I would love to carry the fish back.
Yeah?
Yeah. Be holding it over my head in pride.
You're gonna have 18 fish.
I hope so.
9 over each shoulder.
It'll be
like, it's
well
gonna be a
worth it.
workout too. And we're hiking in and out. So
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
I'm so excited.
Anything to tell me about your day?
Not yet.
Are you
You'll
frustrated?
know. You'll know when I got something to tell you.
Everyone around us is catching fish and we are not. So I don't know who's gonna win this bet now. All we've hooked is a carcass in the bottom of the rocks. Oh, that's the one.
She looks that certain every time, so.
We can see the salmon jump in. We know they're there, and we're not quitters. Now for some lunch. Should we eat salmon at the restaurant so that we channel our salmon sisters in the river?
I feel like if they know somehow, if they can sense that we ate salmon, they'll be less likely to come by us.
Oh.
Don't you think?
Sure.
I think we waited out. All right,
I'm determined.
let's try again later. Just kidding, we still had a good day. Is that really close to my face? Checklist number 2, complete-ish. We went fishing. Does that count? Even if we didn't catch anything?
How many fish did we catch?
None.
Who came closer to catching a fish? Who wins?
You did.
At least I hooked one.
You did.
I hooked one, but not in the mouth, so it didn't count. So we had to let it go. Actually, it kind of let itself go, so it was easier to do it. The whole experience, from wearing the waders and being around all these fishermen that did know what they were doing, being in the midst of the rushing river, the whole day, it was really a great experience. What was your favorite part?
Knowing how many fish were there and knowing how successful everyone around us was, and just you having to figure out how to make it happen. All around us there was fish everywhere. You could see them. You saw the people on your left and your right catching fish.
Right, it's
we were
motivating.
there. Yeah, it is super motivating. You know that you're not doing something right because people are pulling fish up left and right. It was super exciting just in the challenge, and if you did get a fish, you were gonna have a nice big old dinner.
Número 3, see the midnight sun. We came home one day from the course, and the man that we were staying with, Warren, had baked a ton of rhubarb pie, and he was ready to just sit out on the back porch and eat it with us, have tea, and he had a badminton net set up. We battled at the badminton.
That was so fun.
It was so fun, and we were playing. It got so late, and we literally had no idea because it was still bright out. That was one of my favorite times.
Or what about the time where we went out to the bar and we saw that live music playing? We forgot what time it even was because there's music playing, which is usually at night, but it was so bright. It was never dark, whether it was, 11 p.m. and you were trying to go to bed or you were trying to wake up at like 7, it was the same.
It made it easier in the morning, actually, because you felt like you already should have been awake.
Yeah, but it was harder at night to like get sleepy.
I don't think we ever got a full night of sleep.
Probably not.
But that's okay, more time for activities.
You are my sunshine on a rainy day. You are the one who takes my breath away.
This place is so nice. I wish we would have had a little bit more time to explore, but I do think that we made the most out of it. We've seen a lot of things and done a lot of things that we wanted to do, bucket list type things, and one of those things is happening today. Going back and forth, we were talking about maybe going on a helicopter ride or a small plane, or we just wanted to do something really epic. And what we finally decided was we wanted to go on a glacier hike.
Glacial facial. This is my first facial ever.
Making it a whole experience was what really made it cool. Normally, you want to go on a hike and maybe you prepare a little bit and you get things ready, but this was the ultimate preparation.
Yep.
You get sized for your helmet and you get a little backpack with your crampons and you size that all up and the boots and the whole thing.
Yep.
And then once you're there too, you're thinking about every specific step that you take.
We're walking on one of the wonders of the world. The water was so crystal clear blue.
Do you remember why? She said that when the glacial ice originally freezes, it has air bubbles all over it. But over time, as it compresses, it gets denser and denser and the air bubbles kind of disappear. And then when it's super dense and it doesn't have that air in it anymore, it kind of acts as like a filter. So it absorbs the red and the yellow light and reflects the blue. So
Whoa.
you see it as blue.
That's cool.
Wow. I remember it specifically because she gave us an example of snow. That snow has tons of air in it, and that's why we see it as white.
Yeah.
Right? So the opposite.
Feels so good. I love it. Right here? Yeah.
All right.
Woo! Holy crap, it's cold on your fingers though. Woo!
Every step we took, it just got more and more beautiful. This was probably my favorite part of our extracurricular activities.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Definitely. Last but not least, number 5, the King of the Hill Disc Golf Tournament.
This course is demanding, physically and mentally. There are steep inclines, there's death putts, there's tight woods, out of bounds, and uneven footing.
This tournament is the whole package, honestly. The staff was amazing. They're all the time and ready to help with anything from transportation to lodging, anything you might need.
Also, there's 3 meals a day provided, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we're not talking like your average, like, here's a little sandwich and here's some whatever you're thinking. It's like really good, well-prepared meals that they have cooked in-house in their kitchen. And they have coolers full of Gatorade and sodas and beer. The list goes on and on. They had designated smoking areas because of the wildfire. They had little circles all over the course where you could smoke, and always near those were fire extinguishers, which was amazing touch. It was super well thought out, every single aspect of this tournament, and the course is just amazing.
But we don't want you to always have to take our word for it. So while we were there, I took some people to the side and interviewed them so you could have a first-hand account of people that were actually there, and one girl that's from Anchorage too, so she has a cool perspective of it.
Check it.
I've been hearing about this tournament, the King of the Hill, from one of my hometown heroes back in North Carolina, Brian Schweberger, since I think 2012. Finally, I got to come up here to Alaska, and it blew away all my expectations, even though Schwebe told me so many great things about it.
I think it's a great course. It's very challenging, it's physically demanding, and you kind of have to think about every shot, even if it's a short putt, because you're never even with the basket. It's a lot of elevation, lots of woods, and beautiful views.
I didn't realize how big the disc golf scene was here. It was a pleasant surprise, actually.
This is my 4th year at the King of the Hill tournament, so I just come up here every year because the atmosphere and the people, the views, everything's really perfect and awesome. Really, it's the people that make the tournament. Everybody's stoked to be golfing, and it's really competitive, but in like a really fun way.
Once you get here, as soon as you arrive at the course, all of your needs are taken care of for the weekend. You can camp here, you can shower here, all the meals are provided as part of your buy-in. So you really don't have to worry about anything. Once you get to Alaska, you get to the course, and you're completely set up and taken care of from then on out.
Just getting to the top of the hill and looking down and looking over the city of Anchorage is something that you just have to experience for yourself. You can look at a picture if you want, but getting up here and seeing it for the first time and like being out here was a pretty special experience.
If you're thinking about making the trip up for King of the Hill, definitely do it. Anchorage is amazing, and you can get to all different types of sites that you want to see within an hour drive of here. So, you know, those 3 days you're going to be packed with disc golf, playing on this awesome course. So you'll get all the disc golf you want, and also a lot of other activities that are super close by and very accessible.
favorite.
There's a little girl carrying a penguin. Hold on.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water. And I think
When we originally made that list, I really didn't know if we could accomplish it. We didn't know how far the glacier was. We didn't know how or when or who was going to take us fishing, or if we're going to be able to do that all on our own. All those things, we kind of were a little bit ambitious, I think, but we accomplished all of them.
why don't you come on over, Valerie?
We want to say thank you to quite a few people who helped us out while we were there, who we just loved interacting with.
Thad, first of all, he was the first person that messaged us and had this idea for us to come up and make this video. So thank you for that, Thad, and for all the work that you do at Hilltop Ski Resort.
Yeah, we can tell that you put your heart and soul into this course and you made everyone feel super welcomed. Thank you so much. Also to Rick, thank you so much for allowing us to enjoy this beautiful course on your property. It's such a special experience being up on the top of that hill, throwing down, seeing all those death putts, and just feeling all the nerves while looking over the mountains in the background. It's just awesome. Thank you so much for welcoming us.
And thank you to the tournament director, Adam, for putting in all the work that you do and having us there on your birthday.
Oh yeah, it was his birthday. That was cool. Yeah, we got to celebrate with you, which was awesome. And I feel like we were also celebrating the fact that we just had such a successful tournament. Good job. You ran such a great event. Other thank yous, everyone that helped us out along the way, but also we just enjoyed hanging with you guys and experiencing Alaska with you. Josh, definitely couldn't have done it without you. And Chelsea and Shay and Amy, all the girls I got to play with. I had a great time. Thank you guys.
Oh, and I don't know if you're going to watch this, but one tiny shout out to Warren. Thank you for the badminton battles and the best rhubarb pie in Alaska. We've got some free time coming up now in the off season, so let us know down in the comments where you think we should go next.
Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for notification when the next video drops. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. We love making these videos. We will see you soon.
Ciao.
Ciao, Buck.
And I think of all the things that you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over?